the left hasn't defined itself. And most people that make up what would be considered the left have no class consciousness, have no class awareness. They don't have an imagination that is free to understand the possibilities of what would happen if socialists had control of Congress, control of the Senate, control of the presidency, control of the Fed. How different would this look? And how would we ever achieve such a thing? I don't believe we can vote our way there. So that tells me that we've got a lot of training each other to do, a lot of working together to come up with what the working class should be. I talk to friends in the unions, and in particular, some of the leadership of the unions, and they're fighting for their lives within the unions to try desperately to get them to understand militancy is required. Unfortunately, there's a lot of folks out there that see my militancy and see my biting commentary and try to tone police me. It's a shameful act. Militancy is what is required. A very firm, stark propagandist commitment to agitate, aggravate, and do whatever is necessary to bring about an understanding of what we're up against. We all want to be the closer. We all want to be at the finish line where we get to pray the sinner's prayer with the new lefty and bring them into the fold. But the reality is, and we want to do that with MMT too. The reality is that it may take several steps to get there. And people always think, no, you've got to be this one way here. And it goes all the way through the trajectory of it. They don't recognize that each person's planting a seed. One person's watering it. The other person's harvesting it because they can't, their brains don't work in that fashion. They don't see that it takes many, many different approaches to getting in there because there's so many connecting points that have to be just shattered and broken and removed. And those things are not painless and they're not easy. And if it's just a gentleman's conversation, the urgency of that disconnect isn't there. Everybody wants to be everybody's best friend. But we've got to break a few eggs to make this omelet. And it's not because you hate them, although you may hate their position, you may hate their existence in the space that they're inhabiting. But no one is beyond repair. No one is beyond redemption. Okay. We can be allies on issues, but never will we be permanent friends. It is based on being on the right side of issues. Okay. People, when they show you that they're not willing to see beyond their own biases, when they try to stifle rage, when they try to tone police, they're telling you, I don't accept you. And to me, that's unacceptable. Okay. Because we're at a stage right now where we don't have the luxury of time. And yet at the same time, we're so far from a place of being effective that we have to be able to teach. And teaching's boring because teaching means you're not going to see fruit until later.